I pressed it.
Monster.
Live.
Okay.
Matt, guess what? Ready?
Yeah.
So I did something in the past couple of days. You know how much I really wanted another tattoo?
What'd you do?
What do you think?
Wait, is that one of the yeah, that's what you got your fake tattoo from Staten Island?
So for anyone out there that doesn't know, what the King of Staten Island is doing for their at-home release is they gave us the opportunity to like hand draw, but digitally, a tattoo. So it's kind of like how his character in the movie just randomly like doodles stuff. And they turned it into a temporary tattoo. And apparently, like, oh, please ignore my t-shirt, Tam, but that's supposed to get a lot darker.
Oh, when did you put it on?
I just put it on today. But
it'll darken a little bit. Mm-hmm.
It says in the explainer video for how to apply it that it's going to take 24 to 36 hours, but like it eventually gets real dark.
Yeah, because it's supposed to be like a real temporary tattoo, whatever they call them. I saw a bunch of
real one though. I do want a real one.
We're doing a real one. I told you. I'm literally waiting until the first time I can go, and then I'm doing it.
Ready?
Yeah.
That was a loud one today.
Oh, I barely heard yours. That's what I have today. I have a key lime pie and velvet IPA. Just goddamn delicious.
Sounds good. I have a Moo Brune. It's a Welgian bite, and it's great.
Yeah, I bet it is. Let us all know how this one hits you.
You're already getting a healthy dose of spoonerisms tonight. I feel like I've been on a spoonerism kick lately, like even more so than usual.
You had a rough week. You had a busy week. I know what spoonerism is. Yeah, when you mix the first letter of two words up, like yeah.
Your facial expression worried me for a minute, Matt. Dat Minato.
I was gonna say Dat Minato. You gotta do it right at least.
Let's do some spoonerisms in the chat. Billy?
The first one I looked at was the Geeky Gator, and I was gonna do the Geeky Gator. I'm like, wait, shit, that's the same thing.
Hilly Balahan. There's yours, Billy. So the funny thing with your Geeky Gator example is one of my all-time favorite junket interviews is with Amy Adams because a spoonerism naturally came up. It was for the movie Vice, and during one of her answers, she said Lick and Din Cheney, and I fucking lost it. Like, I don't know how I ever recovered from that, but then I explained spoonerisms to her, and we hit the point where I had a spoonerism her name, and I'm like, oh, like, you're just Amy Adams, and she made some sort of joke where she's like, yeah, like, of course that's my name. like that's what would happen with my name.
I get that a lot, yeah.
I thought it was very, very funny, and she seemed to enjoy it too. So spoonerisms brings joy to all. We have a super chat already. Andrew's in the house. How you doing, Andrew? I am not okay with this is over, and I am not okay. Oh, I totally understand that.
Yeah, that was actually one of the topics I wrote down in case we needed to cover it. Canceled, gone, one season, not coming back. Also canceled, one season, not coming back. Penny Dreadful, City of Angels.
Oh, yeah, I saw that one. I'm bummed about I am not okay with this. I didn't think that it was like the greatest show in the world. Like, I know it had some issues, but I still really enjoyed it, and I was pretty eager to know where it was going after season 1.
Yeah. It's one of those, the first season of anything, it's building up and it has to create some familiarity, but also be the first season and like build on these things that are going to get better in the second season and third season. I think Sabrina on Netflix is so good of an example because the first season is like, it's fine. I was fine with the first season, but then it gets better and better, and you're kind of like, oh, they can actually have fun. So yeah, I think I'm not okay with getting that point.
Characters too, especially in Sabrina. Sabrina, I was way more upset about the cancellation of that show than I ever thought I was going to be.
Yeah, and imagine if Umbrella Academy got canceled one season in. I mean, this second season builds in ways that you can't get into in a first season, and the first season, again, to me, it was fine. The first season of Umbrella was fine to me. I really love the way that they build out the world in this season. But yeah, the Dubert.
Come on. Can we get a nice shot? No.
Absolutely not. Isn't.
Did you look at my live stream from last Saturday when I tried to use the Mevo? I didn't try. I used the Mevo the entire time. So I'm determined to be able to use it in one of these and set up some sort of Dewey cam.
Yeah, I was gonna try mine too.
Over. I don't know.
Yeah, because you can go wide frame on the Mevo. So like, yeah, because when I use mine, I set it up behind my little bar area so you can see that actually this whole table, and I'm not just like stuck here. Like it actually looks more of a setup. So I will try my Mevo next time we do this, just to see if I have more time and I'm not rushing to jump in the room.
I made a stupid impulse buy, Matt. Like really stupid. Now that I think about it, I was in a bad mood on Tuesday night. So in order to make myself feel better, I bought the Mevo stand, which is too expensive for a tripod, and I bought the Mevo Start case, which is also too expensive for a damn camera case. But like, I was pissed and I wanted to buy myself something, and I just did it.
I mean, we all have those moments. We all fall victim to that. This has been literally quarantine between me working from home and not going anywhere, and then also writing more and getting paid better to write. I have spent money on just things that I don't know. I don't need them, but now I have, like, I just got the Return of the Living Dead Mondo poster that I forgot I bought. I forgot I bought it, and it showed up, and I was like, all right, I purchased it.
That's what happens with Mondo, because their shipping schedule always takes so long. So it's like by the time something arrives, you completely forgot you purchased it to begin with.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I've been having lots of those moments throughout quarantine. So when you talk to me about impulse purchases, I'm right there with you. Don't worry.
Right. You make me feel a little better.
And wait, hold on, Andrew in the chat. He has I was just gonna say he has access to ice cream that I love in Brooklyn. Did you ever have Ample Hills? Did I ever make you have Ample Hills in your room?
Yeah, I think I've had it at your place, but I've also had it elsewhere too.
So one of my impulse buys today was I was perusing the site based on Andrew's tweet, and I'm like, oh crap, they ship nationwide. And I got all excited. And of course I go into like, I built a whole cart with like a bunch of pints that they could actually ship to me. And I go to order, and it's like, California is one of, I think it was 5 states they don't ship to right now. And I was so mad. Figures.
I think I told you this, but I tried to order some Salt Lick barbecue for my dad. Yeah, we talked about this because you tried the same thing, and I was all pissed that the shipping fee was more expensive than the actual meat. Goldbelly's
so expensive. Buying direct from the actual distributor is one thing, but Goldbelly's.
I tried to buy direct from them.
Oh, direct from Salt Lake. Okay.
It was still like crazy bad. I have a question, Matt. How is your connection right now?
I feel like you're fine. I'm the tiniest bit choppy. Is that what you see?
Yes, I do. I see your choppiness. And I was gonna tell you some good news today, because remember, how we've been bitching about my internet connection?
Yeah.
We have figured out the problem, and now I have like insanely fast internet in this house.
What was your problem?
So we have this thing called an Eero that I think the purpose of it, I was trying to read up on it, but my dad bought it because I think what happens with modems and routers is that a house's design can make it difficult for the signal to travel throughout. So the Eero system has different hubs to ensure that no matter what room you're in, you can have a better connection. And for whatever reason, we have 2 modems, but I think one was an older one, and I think the Eero system was plugged into the older one. So once we plugged it into the other modem and also, I guess, updated the firmware in the Eero, it was like internet unleashed. And now my speed test is through the fucking roof, and I'm so happy.
See, my internet's okay. I honestly think I can hear the fan in my laptop working super hard right now because it's like 90 degrees here right now. And I have my fan off. What?
Close your other windows and anything drawing power on your machine.
Oh, wait, you know what's probably drawing a shit ton of power on my machine? The Collider tab I have open.
Take it off. Seriously, take it off.
I am. I'm literally doing that.
I can have some. I think I'm still okay. All right, we have a super chat. Tabitha's here. How you doing, Tabitha? Thanks for the review for Lovecraft Country Perri. I watched episode 1 and loved it. Can't wait for more episodes to be released. Did you watch it?
I have not seen it yet.
Oh my, Matt. I want you to watch it.
I will. As I've said already, I'm taking over the duties from Amelia once Fantasia's over and I have time again.
Oh shit!
Thanks for remembering, Perri.
Okay, I do remember, and it's It's going to be interesting because, like, I guess technically that means you get episode 2. And while I still maintain this,
no, because I'm 2 more weeks away at least, so I'm going to be like episode 3
I
or
thought
4.
you were switching off.
No, not so. I'm covering Fantasia until September 3rd.
Oh,
So
okay.
I basically get after September 3rd.
Okay. I can't remember. I can't like do dates and math
Yeah,
right
the
now. So I
schedule.
don't know what
Yeah,
episode we're gonna be up to. But if anybody wants a little preview of how I feel about episode 2, because it's a really interesting situation. I loved episode 1 so much. Like, I think that's a near perfect script and a near perfect start to a new series. Episode 2, it is mighty messy. It deals with some really detailed, and I think the way it's presented, confusing mythology. I don't think it's not bad TV by any means. It's like they've already established enough of a foundation and made me attached enough to the characters. And also the production design is through the roof, the costume design. They could have done anything wrong in that episode and I was still going to be on board. But just from a script perspective, I think the information isn't conveyed clearly enough. And I was a little disappointed in episode 2, but keep in mind that I only felt that way about episode 2. Right after that, it's like back to form.
No, I'm totally fine with that. Yeah, I've only heard glowing things from the start and how it deals with, Lovecraft's worst qualities and trying to reclaim that, I guess I would say, with the characters that are in there. So yeah, I'm very excited to dig in and hear that. Also, am I better now? Am I like not?
No, you're so much better. I think that was the.
It was the collider window. I'm not even kidding.
No, I wouldn't be surprised because there's a lot of things going on when you open it up. Billy with another wonderful comment. Lovecraft Country will be quite the journey. And then Geeky Gator, have you seen the whole show, Perri? I haven't. I have seen episode 5. And I will say episode 5 might be my favorite. Nice. I'm very curious to see the response to that episode, but I thought it was something else.
I get that episode, so I'll be happy to talk about that
when the time. Boy, we are going to have a conversation.
Yeah, we are. I figured as much of that.
Do we want to go into some of this news here?
Yeah, I guess Batfleck.
All right. So I've got the Collider article open, written by the wonderful Drew Taylor. So the news broke the other day that Ben Affleck is returning to the role of Batman, which none of us had expected. So the way he put it is he will return to play Bruce Wayne / Batman in The Flash, which of course is being directed by Andy Muschietti and stars Ezra Miller.
And also co-stars Michael Keaton as a Batman.
Yeah.
So I remember the whole article. The whole article is basically
this isn't just a news article. This is like a real piece here.
Well, because so Keaton's already playing a Batman. He's playing his Batman in this movie, and now the casting of Ben Affleck means that DC is going to use this Flash movie to open up multiple dimensions within the DC universe and allow different versions of characters to exist at the same time, which sounds so chaotic and messy to me, but it worked for Into the Spider-Verse.
I don't know. I think it's a lot of heavy lifting in order to make that work, but given the concept that I'm imagining for this movie, it does make a lot of sense to do something like that. And I don't know, I really appreciate the meta-ness of it in a way. And it makes me think a lot about what they did with Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse. They pulled it off there quite well, where, not only did we get the fun of seeing so many different versions of that hero, but it all made sense that they were in the same movie together. So I think if they tap into something similar here, it could be a real winner.
Yeah, and I'm fine with it too, because for whatever problems I or people have had with the DC universe to this point, for me at least, Ben Affleck was never one of them. I think Ben Affleck as Batman was one of the best things they did in the DCU at this point, and his returning to this role, it's weird to say returning because did he ever leave? Like, there was never a passing of the torch besides the Robert Pattinson Batman movie happening. But still,
be returning to the role. It's still the right way to phrase it.
It definitely is, but it's just weird to say because like he's just kind of coming back. He kind of like said he was done with it. He had his personal demons to battle while he was doing that, and now he's being told that, you know, hey, do you want to come back? And he's like, yeah, I'm in a good headspace. Let's do this. And again, to me, that's awesome because his Batman kind of was one of the linchpins for that entire DCU that kind of kept me excited in a way and kept me coming back to see like what they could do next.
Yeah. I'm really all for it. I don't care if someone says one thing and then changes their mind, as long as it's coming from that decision is coming from the right place. And I'd like to bet it is here. Just to like dig into this a little more, I want to read one of these quotes. He's a very substantial part of the emotional impact of the movie. The interaction and relationship between Barry and Affleck's Wayne will bring an emotional level that we haven't seen before. That is just like hugely intriguing to me. It's Barry's movie, it's Barry's story, but their characters are more related than we think. They both lost their mothers to murder, and that's one of the emotional vessels of the movie. That's where the Affleck Batman kicks in. I mean, it sounds to me like at least, you know, planting the seeds to really justifying his return and justifying him having a big role in the movie. It's, you know, I don't want to get too far ahead of myself and make assumptions that don't wind up being true, but based on this limited information that we have, it does sound like this idea, and specifically bringing Affleck back for this, has a lot of potential.
I mean, again, he works in the role. I don't think his leaving had anything to do with the quality he was putting out as Batman. People liked him as Batman. He was Batfleck. He had, it rolls off the tongue. It's good. He filled the role, but you know, everything gets jumbled around. No one knows what's going on. And him leaving also made sense at the time. If you can make it work, it works. It works for me. It keeps me excited. I mean, Ben Affleck was one of the best parts of Suicide Squad, and he was in it for like, what? How long? Like,
Jai Courtney's the best part of Suicide Squad. Let's clear that up.
I said one of. Jai Courtney is the best part of Suicide Squad. Yes. Don't come at me with that.
Yeah. It's just, I've watched an unusual amount of Ben Affleck movies since we've been in lockdown too. Like really not for a specific reason. I didn't set out to kind of burn through his filmography, but I don't know. I just feel like I'm repeatedly reminded how freaking good he is. And sometimes I think, you know, not that this is a bad thing, because like I'm a big fan of so many franchises, but I think when you're associated with such a big franchise, it could be easy for your actual accomplishments to take a back seat to that and even be forgotten to a degree. So I don't know. He's really great, and I want to see him in more movies, whether it's Batman or anything else. Sorry, doing that.
No, it begs the question of now what does this mean for Pattinson's Batman? Because without Batfleck in the picture, it's totally separate. But like I don't know. Now if one of the quotes in that piece is, everything that happens in these DCU movies is part of the same multiverse. Like that's what Muschietti says. And he says like Flash is going to pull it all together. So then what's it going to pull together? Like with all these Batmans, I don't know. There's a lot going on, and I'm really curious to see how this all ties into continuity in some way.
Yeah. Well, I think what the multiverse idea does, though, is it gives you the best of both worlds. If the opportunity arises and it makes sense for the story to pull Pattinson's Batman in, you can do it. But it also gives you the opportunity to keep it completely separate if that's the path they choose.
Which I'm going to be completely honest. I'm most excited out of all the Batmans we're getting. So Keaton coming back, Ben Affleck returning. I'm most excited for Pattinson's Batman. I'm so into everything that movie is laying down and its vibe, and
it's hard to pick one that I'm most excited for. I don't know. I love all three of them so much, but you know, I can't get this out of my head right now because we're talking about the Batman, and I just interviewed Danny DeVito for the one and only Ivan. And at the very end of it, I had to ask him because, like, he was in Dumbo with Colin Farrell. You would think that maybe they would keep in touch. He said they didn't, but he started a joke at the end of his answer, because he said that, you know, he knows Colin's a really good actor and he'll do a really good job with it. And then he jokes like the only thing he has to worry about is the Penguin coming to his house. And then, like, there was like a pause, and then he leans in and he does like the Penguin grunt, and I just fucking lost it.
So I'm trying to really quickly research before you click on
You know what I'm gonna click on?
Yeah, I know what you're gonna click on already. And I'm trying to
all right, let me pull up his real quick.
I think I can do it. It's in the realm of I think he's really good behind the camera. I'm really impressed with the way he can direct and act at the same
See
time.
Live by Night.
No, okay. I didn't. Maybe I did.
You know, I'm not saying that you can only be a good director if your entire filmography is perfect. Things happen, but that movie.
I was using that as a lead-in to say Argo. I think is one of my favorite for him.
There,
and then oddly enough, I go back to some of his Kevin Smith stuff, and it's between like Dogma and Chasing Amy for me. Like throwing one of those in there as his like Kevin Smith kind of indie roles where he just gets to have fun in a way that a lot don't let him. And then it's kind of cliche, but how do you not go with Good Will Hunting?
No, I know. Good Will Hunting is a good one for me.
I'm trying to pull something like deeper, but I can't get away from it. Although I do love him smoking aces.
I think I have no choice but to put Dazed and Confused on this list. Like that's definitely up there for me.
100%. Dazed and Confused belongs in that conversation.
And it's just like I was the perfect age, and I had the perfect draw to disaster movies that like I really freaking love Armageddon. Like I could watch Armageddon over and over and over again.
Again, there's nothing wrong with it. Armageddon, I dig on Armageddon. Armageddon is that perfect kind of blockbuster, man.
I'm not putting this movie on that level, but do you know
go ahead.
I really like?
What?
Pearl Harbor. When it's on, I just can't turn it off, and I can't explain it. Like I know there are a lot of things that aren't that great about it, but I can't help it. I freaking like it.
There are filmmakers who know how to do the blockbuster very well. And even if they're brainless and mindless, the epic scale of a blockbuster can still draw you in. And I think Pearl Harbor gets that right.
It does. But seriously, on that list, I think would definitely have to be Argo and Gone Girl. Gone Girl is the one that I had been watching again most recently. And I don't know, I feel like every single time I watch that, I find new little details and like nuances in all of their performances. So Gone Girl would definitely be up there, but I think Argo is just so freaking good. So
I really like honestly, I really like The Town too. The Town, like I know I keep going with these like more recent films, but like he's just so good in all these.
Also in recent films, he's quite good in The Way Back also. Even though, like, I didn't love that movie as much as most people, but I did really like his performance in it.
I haven't seen it yet, so that's still on my list for this year to like do catch up. I guess way to say.
I would definitely recommend it.
Although I do the Dazed and Confused. Now that you said it, like, yeah, Dazed and Confused.
Dazed and Confused is pretty high up there in my like all-time list. I was very, very obsessed with that movie. I still kind of
Dazed and Confused in Linkletter's filmography is only second to Everybody Wants Some, and I'll stand by that.
Everybody Wants Some too. I would put Everybody Wants Some behind, but well, I would put a couple things.
No, I don't know why, but Linkletter for me, my number one is always going to be Everybody Wants Some.
All right. No, I respect that. And I really enjoyed that South by when we got to cover that together.
I know, when we actually get to do these things in real life. Like, I'm covering a virtual festival right now, and the differences are, I am very lucky to be able to cover a festival and have that kind of experience right now in this world. At the same time, it is so very different, and it's so much harder to cover as a journalist. Like, we do these festivals and we grind ourselves to the bone, and we have sleepless nights because we get to have fun. We get to see each other. It's like summer camp for critics, and it's one of the few times that like we can actually feed off each other's energy. I'm trying to replicate that at home, and I got none of it. I'm like dead by 11 p.m. after watching a few movies and writing like one or two reviews. When, you know, we used to at South by see a movie, run to a hotel lobby and write a review in 45 minutes. Like, I can't replicate that.
You did.
Yeah. I'm a machine, Perri. I'm a well-oiled machine.
You are. I mean, I did my fair share of that, but like you've turned like the middle of the night review writing into an art form.
You have no idea. You have no idea. I thrive at festivals. Like, I don't know how I do it. I'm up until 4 a.m. hanging reviews out. And you know what? They're quality too. They're fucking quality.
No, I would say that. I only speak highly of your writing. You're just like one of the, I mean, maybe it's also like partially because I know you really well, but like you're one of those writers where I can't read anything you write without hearing it in your voice.
That's how it should
be. I love that.
There can only be one Donato.
But like seriously, not to like, pat you on the back even more than I already had. But
you can give me an ego boost. It's fine.
You're not only can I hear your voice in your reviews, but your reviews are also one of a kind. Like no one out there comes close to a Matt Donato review of a movie, and I like really respect that.
Same with interviews for you. You are one of the only interviews that do what you do as well as you do.
Just so everybody knows why I'm so unprepared for this news rundown on the Merri Hour. Do you know who I was interviewing right before we hopped on?
I actually don't know.
The RZA.
The RZA? For Cutthroat City? Was it? Cutthroat City?
He is incredible. I had known a little bit about his background in film and who he learned from and that whole story, but like just in talking to him, I don't know, my respect for him as an artist was already very high for all of his accomplishments, but like my respect for him as a film lover just went through the roof. I could talk to him about movies for hours.
You don't realize it because you know RZA as more the musical artist and stuff like that. So it's like you just gravitate towards that. Not you. I'm saying generally, like that's the general. So no one knows his deep love of like kung fu and like exploitation kung fu and all that kind of stuff. The Staten Island Draft House. I don't know if it ever opened or what they're doing, like if it's still opening, but like he's helping develop that whole Staten Island Draft House. He's like helping design the bar and stuff like that. I think like it's his bar or something. So cool. The dude knows what's up. He knows
the day he owned a video store. Like he owned a video store, and just like the way he got the opportunity to learn from Quentin Tarantino and the stuff he's picked up from everybody else. And just like when you hear him talk about the details of the movies he's directed, I don't know, you could totally tell just his brain is operating on a different level.
He starred in, did he also direct The Man with the Iron Fist?
He starred and directed The Man with the Iron Fist. Then he directed Love Beats Rhymes, which I just watched for the first time recently. And, it was pretty good. I like that one well enough, but I feel like Cutthroat City, I don't know, you just feel like a newfound confidence behind the lens. Like that's, right. I don't know, that one has a different level of filmmaking where I think you can see, like, not necessarily the culmination, because I think he's going to keep growing as a filmmaker, but you can see the other two films culminate into that. Like he could not have created that before. And it is very exciting to see someone grow like that from film to film. But anyway, that interview is now live on collider.com because Liz was kind enough to post it for me. So enjoy that, guys. More news, Matt. What do we want to talk about? Want to talk about Olivia Wilde?
Do we want to glance? Oh, I was going to say, do we want to glance over the fact that Tenet has finally saved cinema with mediocrity? Oh, God. With meaty fucking.
I love how that's the headline now too. It's such a bad scenario. Well, okay, so I'm not gonna let anybody tell me how I feel about Tenet. I'm gonna see it for myself.
No, absolutely not. That was a joke, but like number one, it's only for UK critics, so we have to keep in mind that the only people getting to review this film are a small subset of UK critics who could actually get to a theater and see it. So this is all based on a handful of reviews. So grain of salt, 100%. And no US reviewers can do it because obviously it's not being shown. Same for New Mutants. New Mutants will not be shown to critics, so it's just going to hit theaters and do what it does. But yeah, first reports are that Tenet is it's fine. It's a movie.
Yeah, I want to see New Mutants so badly. But
you know what though? I want to see it really bad, and I'm gonna pull up a tweet really quickly though because I am not happy about what Josh Boone has said to get people to see his movie in theaters.
Really?
Yeah. He had a real dumb. And I don't.
Here, wait. While you find that, Caleb.
Do it.
We have so Matt, hold on to that tweet. We have a big night planned tomorrow night on the PNME Patreon team because tomorrow night we're drafting our fantasy football league.
You're doing the draft. We're holding ours to Labor Day weekend just to give it a little more time. But
I mean, like, first of all, whatever. Drafting is part of the game. It's part of the fun. So I'm just looking forward to like playing the game of drafting one way or the other. But
no, totally. Yeah.
I understand wanting to wait because we don't really know, the future.
We don't know. I mean, at this point, there's not that much between drafting this weekend and what I'm waiting 2 more weekends. Really, not that big of a difference. Like the season's not going to get canceled by then. The only thing that we're waiting for is to see if players don't show up or if players say like the Major League Baseball thing where they're starting to like walk away and say it's not worth it. That's kind of what we're giving it for.
Yeah.
But can I read Mr. Boone's statement very quickly?
Please do.
He was interviewed about why people should go see New Mutants as one of the first things they see in theaters. Mm-hmm. And his response to the fact that he's asking people to go to movie theaters when they haven't been proven to sustainably open safely is, I do think people should be going to the movies. If they can go to a house party with 700 people without masks on, then they can put on a mask and go to a movie and maybe get the rocks off in a more productive way. I think it brings people together, even if they're socially distanced. And I think that as long as we're following the rules they're supposed to be following, it's safer than an airplane or a restaurant. Guess what? There's a lot wrong with that statement, including the fact that it's actually proven that it is way more dangerous to go to a movie theater than restaurant or airplane. Also,
who did he say this to?
Heroic Hollywood. They got the scoop on this. But also, that statement about people can go hang out with 700 people at a party and then go to, like, if they can do that, they can go to a movie theater. He has literally just told people that are going maskless to massive parties to then put a mask on and go to a movie theater. Like, how fucking stupid are you?
I don't know. There's that view on it, and it's just like, you shouldn't really compare the two things, and you shouldn't really take lightly the fact that there are folks out there going to giant house parties with masks. It kind of
get your rocks off
the severity of the whole thing.
He was so reckless, so dismissive in that statement that I kind of don't want to see New Mutants because of it until it hits. I mean, number one, I'm not going to a theater to see it. Let me say that out loud. I'm not going to a theater very, very soon, or soon at all, like probably 2021 for me. But I wanted to support New Mutants, and that statement and the dumbassery that he just put forward in that statement really makes me not want to see this movie.
I kind of want to like look it up and know, like, was it in the context of like a bigger interview? Because, you know, sometimes people misspeak or say something stupid, but I don't know, like, I can't even think if, I don't necessarily think I can lean on that excuse here, because you would think that he would have, you know, press type folks.
I will get choppy for a very second because I'm pulling it up.
I just like, I would think he would be fed the proper responsible information in order to, you know, encourage people to go to the theater in a more appropriate manner. Where are you looking? Are you going to Heroic?
I'm on Heroic Hollywood right now, and literally the actual article, it starts with, the writer says, today I got the chance to sit down with the New Mutants director, Josh Boone, and he revealed if the film was ever going to go straight to a streaming service. His response was the following. No, I mean, the last act of the movie was designed to be seen in big screen films, like an IMAX screen. It has a massive bear and massive sound design. And then he goes into everything I just said.
You know, not to keep plugging this interview, but it's making me think of what RZA was telling me in regards to Cutthroat City's theatrical release, and how the opportunity to release it in theaters grew from him just, you know, taking the time to recognize that independent theaters were struggling. And by releasing his movie in theaters, he was doing something to help keep the industry afloat, help get certain individuals their jobs back, things like that. It's like, that's a more appropriate way to express and encourage, whereas the way Boone phrased it is kind of the exact opposite.
And it's not even praise. Boone is literally just selling a product. He doesn't care. He's literally just like, it's the same way Christopher Nolan is saying, go see my movie because it's going to save cinema, and putting you in a theater no matter kind of what happens. That statement for me, I mean, like, I've been on Boone's side the entirety of this, and the way that he's been treated and like made the villain through this whole story. I've been on his side until this statement.
I haven't looked at him as a villain. You mean through the ups and downs of New Mutants?
Yeah. Oh, totally. Yeah, like people like throwing his name out. I'm not saying you. No, I'm not saying you are. I'm just saying in general.
No, I totally know where you're coming from, but it's like, I think that the discourse on something like the Fantastic Four movie painted Trank as a villain, whereas I think and I'm just talking like surface level reads on the conversation right now.
Yeah.
As far as Boone goes, to me, that came across as like studio execs push filmmaker and his original vision around. That was my general read on his journey with New Mutants.
Totally.
Yeah, but I don't know.
There were some responses in there just being like it had to be reshot. Like he didn't give what the studio wanted, like from the studio. So like you got these back and forths and stuff like that. I mean, that's the thing with him.
It's always like he said, she said. Like you never know who to believe. We're not there behind closed doors, and we're just working with like the limited headlines we have.
In any case, no, I will not be risking COVID to see your stooping fucking movie. That's just kind of weird.
But stupid statement. All right. Do you want to talk about Olivia Wilde?
If you want to.
I do. Olivia Wilde is set to direct a Marvel movie for Sony. And
which one, Perri?
It is reported from insiders that it is pointing to Spider-Woman as the likely heroine. So, yay.
Yeah, totally into that.
And like, not only do we get Olivia Wilde, but we also get the screenwriter behind Booksmart, Katie Silberman, who's fantastic. Amy Pascal is on board to produce. And I don't know, I'm pumped for this. Everybody out there knows I'm a huge fan of Booksmart. So I've always wanted to see good things happen in the directing sphere for Olivia Wilde ever since then. But that doesn't necessarily mean I'm overlooking the fact that going from Booksmart to something like a Spider-Woman film, if that is the case, is a mighty ambitious jump. And I know she's got something going on right now. I forget the title of the film.
She has something going on right now.
And it was an action film too. So I don't know where they are in their production process on that, but there is the chance that the folks over at Marvel and Sony did see footage from that film that could have indicated that even though Booksmart was a young adult high school comedy, she could have the directing chops necessary in order to direct a big budget action film.
I go back to the Nia DaCosta thing where we have not seen Candyman, but yet she has got a gig from that. I do not think that Marvel would put their faith in someone they did not believe in on that level from things that they have seen. I know they've taken some chances, but I don't think you're going to give something to Olivia Wilde when you don't believe she's not going to pull it off. I think it's too much.
The title of the movie is Don't Worry, Darling, and I'm double checking it right now, but I'm pretty sure it never got out of pre-production. Which obviously might have something to do with the pandemic, but that kind of negates my argument about them potentially seeing footage from that and, being encouraged. So maybe dismiss that point for now.
She's good. She's shown she's a good filmmaker. I know it was once, but still quite adept at what she does. And if you have the right story and the right pitch, that also is a thing. I'm not discrediting that. If you walk into a studio and you say the right things at the right time, you're going to get that gig. It's just how it goes.
Yeah. I'm rooting for good things to happen for her.
Talk for like 10 seconds while I refill my beer.
I love how he says that. And I go blank. I go blank, guys. I don't know what to say, but, I see some like worthwhile stuff hitting on in the chat. Someone had mentioned the JC the Geeky Gator has us here. Let me pull up that article. I remember, just so you guys know, the announcement is out there. I'm moderating the post-screening Q&A that's happening for The Stranger next week in Hollywood. So I've basically been up to my eyeballs in work for that. So I haven't been paying as much attention as I would like to the news sphere, but I did see that headline pop up this week, and I'm like I'm a little surprised because J.C. Chandler's previous films don't necessarily scream like this guy should direct your next superhero movie to me. But that or villain, Kraven the Hunter movie set at Sony. Oh, Triple Frontier. I never saw Triple Frontier. I take it back. I had seen his previous films, and then is it? Wait, Margin Call, and I feel like we fucked this title up before.
I fucked it up. Are you gonna get it right?
Most Dangerous Year. Is that it? The Most Violent Year.
Because I always go a History of Violence. I always mess it up to say a History of Violence.
On my computer screen right now, but those two films to me don't say this is your Kraven director. But again, I haven't seen Triple Frontier, so maybe that tips the scale a little. Oh my God, All Is Lost. Never mind. All right, no, I'm behind this.
But also, we have to think about instances where did David Gordon Green ever show himself as a horror director before Halloween? Like, did we?
No, it's fair.
I was arguing. This actually was an argument with Jeff Snyder on Movie Talk because he was shitting on Ben Wheatley as an action director because he's like, I've never seen Ben Wheatley do an action film. Why does he get to do an action film? It's like, well, did you see David Gordon Green do horror before Halloween? We don't know. I mean, like these are things they have to show us first. And you know what? If Ben Wheatley can pull off action the first time he does it, great, not a big deal. And yeah, you're taking a gamble in the fact that maybe Ben Wheatley won't be able to do action for a Tomb Raider film. But at the same time, you can't discredit a filmmaker just because they haven't done it before. Because a lot of films wouldn't exist if someone didn't try something.
I would say don't discredit a filmmaker, but also I think it is a little reasonable to be a little more skeptical when someone hasn't proven themselves in a certain department already.
Skepticism is fine. Skepticism is okay. But to outright say I will not see a movie because this is why is dumbassery, Snyder.
Yeah. But J.C. Chandler's he's been a good interview over the years.
Absolutely. Chandler was good.
I mean, minus not seeing Triple Frontier, I've liked all of his movies. So he's got that going for him.
The Most Violent Year was the interview that Jessica Chastain complimented my eyes.
I'll never forget that junket. You know what?
I'll never forget that junket either.
What was the Ethan Hawke movie about drones?
Oh, yeah. It wasn't Kiersey? No. Zoe Kravitz was in that.
Zoe Kravitz was in that, and it was shit.
It's like kill something? No, is it kill?
You might be right. Wait, I want to think about it without looking it up.
I'll look it up.
I'm not going to get it.
You think about it.
Something. It was. You're right. It's kill, but it's something kill.
Right. It's good kill. Is it not good kill?
It is good kill.
I didn't get to it yet. Is it really that?
Yeah. No, it is that. You're right.
Yeah. Nailed it.
And I think is it January Jones is the other lead in it?
Yes.
I don't know why. Steve, I'm doing a live stream.
Answer it. Put him on speakerphone.
No, I can't do that to him.
Put him on speakerphone.
I'm gonna be kind and text him.
It's fine.
I'm texting him, streaming live right now.
Yeah, I've interviewed Hawke 3 times, which he is a great interview no matter what.
Ethan Hawke, yeah. No,
yeah.
I quite like Ethan Hawke.
When I used to not have this mane of hair that I have now accumulated, I got compared to Ethan Hawke when I let my facial hair grow out and I had the front flip. It looked pretty spot on. There was a whole night some drunk guy kept buying me shots at the bar because he liked calling me Ethan Hawke.
Ethan Hawke is also in Cutthroat City, by the way. It all comes back.
I did not know this.
Cutthroat City.
All right.
This episode's turning into like an unexpected promotion.
Sponsored by Cutthroat City, directed by RZA.
I do have an important question for you. When did you tell our beer pong players?
I get about 10 more minutes.
Okay.
I'm going off the what we told the chat last week when I said about 60-minute live chat, and then
only because the kitchen is going to be invaded at like 8:30.
It's fine.
So we might need to get to beer pong a little like more snappily.
All right. So then let me message the people and say 5 minutes earlier.
Matt, it's hard sharing a house with people. It really
Also, just let him hang out.
Oh, no. I already invited my mom to play beer pong once and she passed.
Yeah, she's freaking out. What the hell is that?
Did you haven't even like spoken to me about this. Have you watched my beignet video?
My mom did. My mom watched your beignet video and was very...
Did I make her very upset?
No, she said she was very entertained by it.
Okay.
She's also a good cook, so it was definitely a comedy for her.
That was the goal. I feel like I made a lot of people really angry because a lot of people were stressing how dangerous it was what we did.
Well, yeah, because you're working with hot oils and things that you didn't do a great way.
No, I didn't do it great, but like I was, I wore my long sleeves and I was staying far away. So I've figured out some of the problems. So the first problem that happened was when we first of all, I'm going to throw Lonnie under the bus right now. And it's her house. It's her stove. She is in charge of the stove buttons. I was just there to like measure.
Did you call them stove buttons?
Knobs? What the fuck do you call them?
I just never heard them called stove buttons. It just sounds very much like...
But there's a reason I did that. It was because I wasn't only referring to the knob, but I was referring to the hood fan that you're supposed to put on.
There you go. Those are terms that are real.
I kind of know my terms. What happened was when we first turned the stove knob on to heat the oil, Lonnie, who was in charge of the stove buttons, never put the hood fan on. So the fire alarm went off in the house even before we started to fry shit. The fire alarm went off when the popcorn popped, not when we were frying stuff. So then she put the hood on and she turned off the fire alarm, or her husband did. And after that, someone who knows how to use a stove might decide to turn down the heat on that particular burner.
As one would do.
She did not do that, though, which is why the oil got so hot.
So not only are you a terrible cook, but Lonnie is not as great?
She's pretty good. I'm genuinely surprised that those are two mistakes she made that night, because she does use the stove to cook shit often. Or not often, but like fairly often.
Okay.
I'm cool. An idiot in the cooking club in the Nemiroff family. She is like, she's got the basics, you know?
Can I segue to something very quickly? I just reopened my doc of things I wanted to talk about, and this is going to be super quick, but I'm going to segue to something that I found out about 5 minutes before I came in this live stream, because I've been so busy all day, and I finally put Spotify on, and they have their new releases, and I was like, all right, I need to check out what bands are putting out things I like that are new, and Coheed and Cambria have teamed with Rick Springfield to put out a sequel to Jesse's Girl called Jesse's Girl 2, and it's a horror-inspired version that takes the Jesse's Girl lyrics and turns it into like a 80s kind of kooky thriller vibe, and it's so good. I'm in love with it.
I need to check it out. I saw that was actually popping up in the Collider Slack as I was signing on. I was like madly trying to write my article, and I saw it. And I wanted to click on it so bad, but get my shit together, and I didn't click on it. But I'll click on it after this.
Click on it after. I pulled that up. And then have you seen any of the recent releases this week?
I saw the one and only Ivan.
Okay. I saw Train to Busan 2, Unhinged, The Pale Door, Random Acts of Violence, and Open 24 Hours. Of all those.
Can I ask you, how is Random Acts of Violence? Because I like Jay a lot.
Not for me. It basically tries to take a comic about exploitative violence that has commentary on it, and it just becomes...
Or exploitative?
Exploitative, maybe? Is that the way to...
I literally don't know. Both sound right to me.
Basically, Barish, I like Jay a lot, obviously, and I thought Goon 2 was great. I like Goon 2 more than a lot of people, but Random Acts for me, it's on Shudder. It's available to everybody at this point, so it's out, but it's just about random acts of violence, and it wants to have a point, and it wants to have a commentary and satire, but it doesn't. Okay. And that frustrated me so much. Train to Busan 2, though, very surprised. I seem to be very high on it, where everyone else is not.
Really?
But It goes bigger. It's 4 years later.
Huh.
Korea's like quarantined, and I keep saying this, and I don't want to like hype it up too much, but
Matt.
It's very what?
Sorry, I got distracted, but I connected so many dots just now.
What do you mean?
Like I connected the dots between.
You didn't realize? You didn't realize what was happening.
I'm all for it though. It's fucking great.
The thing we talked about will happen next week.
Okay.
There were difficulties with that happening.
So
somebody else
has to kill it. Surprise happening on the spot.
Which is great because the person you're looking at texted me before to say I let that person know, which is hilarious to me that you're surprised.
I feel, but I got that text, I think, when we already started. So I just saw it and I couldn't interact with it. But now it's revealed its truth.
The truth is out there.
The truth. No, yeah, it is. The other good thing about this individual is she can talk movies with you while I make my way downstairs.
We can talk. You make your way downstairs, get your shit set up. I have this weird hair thing going on. Yeah, of course.
All right. I am saying hello. I'm trying to figure out if I should. Yeah, I should do this. I'm trying to figure out so like we're all aligned the right way.
You can fix it later. You can do your little shifty thing later.
I will. I'll shift around later. All right. Partner.
Cups.
Look at those green cups.
I was like, am I talking to cups?
I'm very into that. I'm going to leave you two to chat it up while I make my way downstairs.
Are you... I was just going to say, are you going to be able to let Joe in? But I guess that's a question. Hi, Amelia.
I can let Joe in on the
She's gone now.
No, I'm here. I can let Joe in on the fly.
She can still hear us. She just disappears from the video, but she can still hear us, which is creepy as hell.
Like this. Bye.
Oh, wait, you know what we didn't get to that I really wanted to get to?
What?
We always talk... Oh, I thought you were gone. Sorry. I didn't mean you. Go get the hell out of here. Go. Actually, I'm going to talk about Scream 5, which is hilarious. I'm talking about Scream 5 without Perri here. But... we've been talking about a lot on this chat that wait, do you have your headphones in?
No, but I can hear you.
I can hear a double echo on the feed is why.
I don't
just
have
mute yourself very quickly. Just mute yourself. Yeah, good. So we talk about a lot Scream 5, Perri, obviously super Scream fan, and we were talking about people getting cast and not getting cast and who we would like to see come into the film. And I believe someone on this chat a few weeks ago asked us who we'd like to see be the new cast, not the returning, Dewey, everyone that we know, but who we'd like to see take over the mantle. And I was all for Samara Weaving coming into Scream 5 and being like the final girl. And I was like, I think it should happen. It's the arc that she's been going on through her career so far, going Babysitter to Mayhem, then to Ready or Not. It was just priming her to take over a franchise. And I said that thinking like, hey, maybe it could happen. And little does Collider break today that Samara Weaving was basically about to join Scream 5 and couldn't do it because of other scheduling conflicts. And that makes me so mad because number one, I would have been right. Number two, I was right. Number three, we were robbed. We were goddamn robbed because if we got Samara as the final girl type in a Scream movie, like it just, her personality, everything about her fits that world. It fits the snark. It fits the sarcasm and the satire, everything they do there. Her acting professional career didn't need this. I don't want to say that, but oh my God, if we got it, it would have validated so much. You can unmute now. Sorry.
Won't you still get an echo?
If you're talking, you're okay.
Okay. I was not told that I needed wireless headphones for this mission, so that's on you, champ.
No, during the Pong, it'll be okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you see, I always have my Bluetooth.
Mm-hmm.
Did you want to say something on this nature? Did you want to add something?
Yeah, I'm really bummed about it. You're stupid. That's my super rich, very smart film expert opinion. That's real dumb, and I hate it. And move your stupid schedule so you can be in this stupid movie.
Scream 5. Well, hopefully Scream 5 will not be stupid, but
no.
this close to radio silence directing Samara Weaving in a Scream movie. And oh my God.
We already had our stupid Scream movie. We're done. We got it out of the way.
That was 3.
I know.
Some people don't think it is, though. Some people think it's one of the best ones. I think
happy.
Perri yelled at me. But yeah, that was my, I saw that and I just started laughing because it's like, it makes so much sense. It just makes all the sense. Of course they went for it.
Yeah.
And of course it couldn't happen. Like, why couldn't it happen?
Yeah, that really bums me out.
I'm trying to think of
what are you doing that's more important than Scream 5, damn it?
Hold on. What is she doing that's more important? Was it Bill and Ted? Was it like something of that nature? Because Bill and Ted's done though. That doesn't make sense.
Filming that anymore.
Yeah. Because they would only be kind of starting Scream 5 at this point.
I mean, if COVID didn't fuck up everything, yeah.
She is.
Could have come back and been like, just kidding, I will do it.
So, well, it says post-production, but Snake Eyes G.I. Joe Origins, she's playing Scarlet, which is totally awesome.
That is awesome, but I don't think I knew that.
Yeah, no, she's playing Scarlet in that G.I. Joe movie, which no one really knows is happening anyway.
No, I think we on it once, and then I went out of my brain forever. Goodbye.
Because as all the other G.I. Joe movies had that reaction as well, unfortunately.
They're not good movies.
No, they're not great, but like they could be. They could almost be like Fast and Furious level, kind of, if you go the right way with these, like insane, or like Expendables but zanier. Like do that vibe. Be the Expendables but have more fun with it. You could do it.
They take themselves too seriously, and that's not smart.
Well, no, of course not. But
also,
I should
center myself, so I'm just gonna keep standing on the side of this. Like,
no, you're fine. You are centered at this point. You have your Truly lemonade. You are quite in the festivities. That is okay.
That is centered. Also, this is gonna be real bad. This was real.
Don't worry about it. No one has much of a chance against me and Joe, so that's fine.
A real mean thing that you did to Perri.
Well, the thing that we wanted to do will happen next week. It will be a surprise. It will definitely be something that's enjoyed.
Before that person knew we were talking about it, they were like, so whoever's Perri's partner this week needs to suck. And I was like, don't you worry, fam.
I saw that too. Yeah, 100%.
I'm really boring. I haven't played beer pong in like a decade.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Would anyone have a hot take of G.I. Joe over Power Rangers?
I mean,
the movie
was low-key good.
Oh, so you're Team Perri on that. I did not like the Power Rangers movie.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, it wasn't groundbreaking or anything, but it deserved better than what it got.
Maybe. It was good. It was a solid 2 out of 5 for me. It was what it was.
I can't remember her name, but I'm in love with her. She played Jasmine in the Yellow Ranger on Power Rangers.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot. I'm blanking.
Angels.
Perri might know.
So,
who's the actress who played the Yellow Ranger and Jasmine and was in Charlie's Angels?
Pink Ranger, and it's Naomi Scott.
Pink Ranger.
That was Pink
Yellow Ranger was Becky G.
I like that you
no, agreed on that. But
I'm getting a beer.
I also like that you went through your first beer like 7 minutes into the stream.
Wait, for what?
I said I like that you went through your first beer like 7 minutes into the stream.
It's so hot.
Yeah, that is true.
It's so hot, and it's like it gets warm so much faster, and so now I have a vanilla milkshake IPA from Loveland Ale Works, which is delicious, by the way. The 2 I had today were like fantastic.
Loveland is not far from me.
Oh, really? Nice. You might actually enjoy. It's a lactose IPA, so it's super creamy, it's super smooth, and it does just taste like vanilla.
IPAs don't taste like dog piss; they taste like other bad things.
Okay, there are so many kinds of IPAs; it's silly. Like Sierra Nevada's Torpedo tastes like you're drinking a Christmas tree, and it sucks, and I hate it. But like a lactose IPA or a creamy IPA like this, the milkshake IPA specifically, it takes away, number one, that bitterness and the sharpness to it, and also adds that level of like the smooth texture actually smooths the flavor out as well. So when you have vanilla, it's nice.
You sound like Ted on Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I realize it's not IPAs that he's obsessed with, but I stand by it.
It's Pilsners. I also love Pilsners. I could go into a Pilsner rant too.
Jesus Christ,
I
Perri.
could go into a Belgian white rant. Do you want to hear a little bit about that?
No, you couldn't even go into a Belgian white rant. You could go into a Blue Moon specific rant because that's it.
Okay. What other kind of Belgian whites should I drink? I'll have another one.
I told you some. UFO. You should try the UFO.
UFO I've had. UFO is what introduced me to Blue Moon. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ, what was that? That was scary. Like, some shit like just happened behind me.
Wait, is my dumb partner here? Can we get this going?
There's an echo on somebody's thing.
It's Amelia. She doesn't have headphones in.
Yeah, Matt did not warn me that I needed wireless headphones for this mission.
I don't have headphones, and there's no echo. Let me drop you out and bring you back real quick.
Okay.
Blah 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 blah. We are talking.
Wait, you don't have headphones in?
No, I never wear headphones when we play beer pong.
How do you do that?
Hello.
Hello.
There's still a fucking echo.
I'm sorry.
But that's so weird though.
What?
Why you would not, and she does.
I do not know.
It's the same setup. Like the concept's simple. If you don't have headphones in, you're hearing the audio that I am saying.
No, for sure.
It's coming back. So I have no idea why.
Hold on, let me go get my snowball, see if it fixes it.
Streamlabs supposed to have things that automatically like set those things.
It's weird.
You want to say so? Like usually when I'm recording beer pong, the dogs are upstairs with my parents, but because my parents went out for dinner. Hi, Paul. Look how cute he is. I love him so much.
Rogers is trapped in his little home.
Oh, wait.
Rogers is just looking like, why? Why must I be here?
Mom, let me.
I come in now? He just literally just cocked his head. He literally just cocked his head like, why? Don't understand.
Why is this happening to me? Okay, hold on.
Wally's like the sweetest fucking thing in the world, though.
Number one, we are not recreating last week. It's just Petula we're waiting on. I'm just yelling at him because
Gordy's started sleeping.
Oh, he's a sleepy bitch.
Yeah, he's fast asleep. Wally's off his mind though, so like he's always up and looking for attention.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I get it. I guess I'm kind of the same way. Look, we're like meant to be teammates because we both have green Solo cups.
I'm like waiting to move just until Joe gets here. I just don't. Everything's set up for me.
Oh, he's here. He's here.
Oh, okay.
Wait. All right.
I will do the move.
We have some shit to reorganize. There we go. Now we are aligned properly. How you doing, Joe?
Oh, just wonderful. Work's just delightful. How is everyone?
The Islanders won, so you're happy, right?
Yes, and the more we win, the more work I get to do, which is great.
Of course, that's what makes you happy, right?
That's what works. Yeah, we win, I work. Very good.
All right. Do we want to jump in before I get kicked out of the kitchen at 8:30?
I'm good to jump in whenever you are.
We can beat you by 8:30. It's okay.
Did this fix my echo?
I think yes. Whatever you did.
Yes.
Perfect.
Huh.
Also, it just sounds better. So whatever you did is good.
I hooked up my snowball.
Oh, cool.
Whoa, we're playing beer pong against Amelia? Is that Amelia?
Yeah, but it's gonna be real bad. So like, don't feel like there's a competitive situation.
Oh, please.
I'm so sorry, Perri.
Oh, there's a very competitive
That
situation
winds up not
happening here.
being bad.
Yeah, it's the most competitive because me and Joe just can't lose ever.
You guys are
Well, I
annoying.
mean, you lose real bad without Joe. We saw that.
I'm fine with
Yeah,
that.
Nato sucks.
Me and Joe cannot lose together.
Big thumbs up for that comment.
Yeah, no, I can't hide that at all. It's totally fine.
All right, champs, you're up first.
All right, we'll just jump right in.
Whoa, hold on. Hang on a second here.
I'm shifting too. I got it. Okay.
It's like the fan is too high. You got to turn the fan down. That's the
Man,
light.
so demanding.
I wonder if Wally's
Near you.
ping pong balls.
Poochu.
What?
Me or you?
You go first. I'll be right back.
Okay.
That settles that.
Nope.
I was checking to see if my Dewey tattoo got any darker, but it didn't.
I
Not
mean,
really.
it's gonna take a
You
little
got a
bit.
Dewey tattoo?
I did. See? Wait. Do you like it?
It's a.
I like it.
I drew it myself.
No, it's super real, right?
You did draw it yourself. You drew it
Nothing
yourself.
temporary.
Okay. All right. I'm almost ready.
I missed my first shot.
Of course you did.
You did. Remember.
Hold on. Headphones. Good.
Just diving right in. On the table. Off the table.
All right, Amelia. Who's first? Hear you.
You go first. You are the great first cup person.
Put that
Always
there.
one cup. I can't ever get a more strategic cup. That time I hit no fucking cup.
Well, that's okay, because
Shake off the rust. Shake off the rusties.
you're going to do better than I do. Oh, nope.
Well,
All right. Here we go.
where that ping pong ball just went. That was a practice one.
Second right. Second right. Le pooch.
Boom.
Oh,
All right.
Yes.
I'm going to get that front cup for real.
I didn't have any time to warm up. It's not fair.
None of us have time to warm up.
Oh, behind the back.
You're on table. You're good.
Get it, Perry.
Oh, I want to hit one of those so badly.
will
I'm
eventually.
so sorry, baby.
Did Corey just get hit with the ping pong ball?
No, it went like right into his little crate. I'm sorry.
I got the back right.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
your side. Yeah.
This one.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Whoa.
That's way off the table. It's your shot.
Heard
Yeah,
that.
I got the middle left one.
All right. Front cup, front cup, front cup.
You're doing the ISO thing. I like that.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Oh,
rude.
I got nothing in
Perri.
it.
You got betrayed.
That was rude.
Messed up.
Honestly, rude.
Oh, no, not even close.
Are those purple ping pong balls?
Yes.
I'm like very into the color scheme happening there.
She got like the bag that Al got with every
Yeah,
color.
I did. I got the exact bag that Elle got, actually.
Man, I wonder what Al's doing with all those ping pong balls.
Just it's a bathtub full of them. I'm gonna take my ISO. I'm gonna do this.
I hope you do it.
I feel like my audience of dogs is making me nervous tonight. Oh, Matt, you suck.
Boo!
Which one, Joe?
Well, shit.
Motherfucker.
Let's just do that. Yes.
No.
No, other way. Yeah. Wait, no. You were right the first time. You were right the first time. What are you doing?
How many weeks have you been doing this?
I'm not good at this.
Listen, mirrors are not good. All right, like
A lie.
Mirrors.
we're 7-0 as a team right now, and we still don't understand that pulling the right thing is the mirror.
Oh. All right. This is where we go on a run.
Yeah.
This is where I actually hit a cup. What? Like, what is happening?
You hit mini cups, actually.
Your tattoo's throwing you off, Perri.
Single
I
cup.
had a tattoo.
The tattoo is adding more weight on that arm. It's really not
Maybe
helping.
that's the problem. Oh, it's either that or that my audience tonight is making me nervous.
Yes.
Dog's watching me.
Take my shot.
Don't miss it.
Back up.
Mother.
You can say the word.
Right.
You're very lax during beer pong, especially.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah. I can't not hit one damn cup.
so quiet.
I'm definitely like off or something
Perry's
tonight.
thrown off. Perry's having one of my nights.
fault. I did it.
You have hexed her.
Oh
Did that go in?
no! It hit the rim.
No.
Oh.
Matt, I'll go first. Matt, I go first.
You're go first. You called it. You got first.
Sigh.
Ah, fuck. Sorry. I didn't hit.
All right.
Perri, you can do it.
Shit, maybe I can just all of a sudden hit 5 cups in a row.
Well, I mean, Amelia can hit one.
Can't even hit 1 cup.
Amelia, 5 in a row.
You got 5 in a row, Amelia. You got this. This is you.
All right. Ready for me to miss the first one? Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, fam.
Like,
At least re-racking is super easy.
what is this nonsense? Why won't one go in?
I think you need new cups.
Perry, we're doing our best to help you with your kitchen.
The cups are broken. They're
Yeah,
broken.
the cups are broken.
Listen, you said you needed us out of the beer pong by what? 5:30 our time? 8:30 your
I
time?
know. It's like my body is forcing me to make.
You've asked for this.
right
This is
now.
literally what you asked for.
Ugh.
All right. Game 2. Best of 3, as we all do here. I will go first.
Bleh.
Miss it.
I did. I missed
Thank
it.
you.
Joe, look, there's a dog. Bleh.
Oh, that's not fair.
Okay. Here's where I get on track.
You hit many cups. I don't understand. They
The
are
mojo
cursed.
is not with you.
Ooh,
This one.
This one.
this one.
Second row right.
Got it. I feel good about this.
Nope. Miss.
Yeah. The first
Wait,
one
it's
is just
not a
a
miss?
false
Yeah.
sense of security. It's fine.
I did. Yep. I missed.
Don't miss.
Lindsay,
Don't miss.
Lindsay joined the chat.
All right.
Middle left, not a.
Throw the fuck in the cup. Yes, finally. I hit the other one in the second row.
Perfect.
If you want to take that ISO, now might be the time.
That is so much faith in my abilities.
I mean, you got one. It's true. If you don't use it, you lose it.
Should I just do it?
I think you should do it.
Sure. Isolation. It's
There you
not.
go. It wasn't a joke, actually. If you don't use it, you lose it anyway. So.
Oh, that didn't happen.
It was a good camera shot, though.
All right.
Don't blow it, Matt.
Don't fuck it up, bud.
Ugh.
I made the ISO.
It's the ISO.
Wait, what?
I gave him an ISO. I gave it to him.
Oh, you made one for me. Okay, I see.
I made one for you to have the ISO. That's my present.
I
I
was
gave
going to miss the ISO.
That's so nice at giving me presents.
Puppies.
He didn't
All
call
right,
it.
I'll go for the isolation one.
Now he's calling it.
Nope, still on 2. Never gonna happen, but whatever.
Behind the back ISO. Behind the back ISO. Let's go.
Nope.
No, not even close.
All right.
He's
All right,
way
all right.
closer than I would ever get.
I'm calling ISO on that front cup.
Do it.
Take it.
Perry, no.
Head coming into frame. Very no.
Behind the back ISO.
Do it.
You got it. You got it.
Nope.
It was still really good.
So incredibly close.
I'm fine with that shot. All right. Beginner rack.
I am gonna try this ISO.
Don't screw it up, Matt. You are so annoying.
Yeah,
He's
that's
the worst.
the worst person.
Which? Oh,
Sometimes.
No, other way.
Why do I think that it's not that one?
You're never gonna get it right the first time.
I know. I always think it's the other way.
Boo.
Blah.
Oh. All right. You want diamond?
I defer to you.
I say we diamond.
Perfect.
We're
Diamond's really all you can do there.
behind right now. So I feel like we just got to go for it.
The desperation is wafting.
What is happening?
Be nice, Matthew. I go first.
Oh, you think you're gonna win, but you're not. You're both gonna miss. You're gonna miss it.
Okay.
Miss it.
Ah,
Blah. Blah.
You're right.
Good tactic, Perry.
I'm like,
Just like the fucking drunk vampire. Blah, blah.
Perry, no. No.
that's my new favorite thing.
The drunk vampire? You've been that since day one.
I got the back cup. Woo! It's about time.
Damn it.
It was on target.
Is it still you first, Pooch, or what are we doing here? Off center. Didn't do it.
Oh, I almost put it in the water.
What are you doing?
Keeping them down.
Oh. Front one.
All right. We gotta close. The back right one.
Back right one.
I feel better now.
Nailing it.
Ooh, that was so close. Two behind the back. Y'all started there.
The sound effects clearly do not.
Nope.
What just happened?
They both missed.
We missed it.
All right.
We're letting them back in it somehow.
Oh, I thought I was gonna get it.
Damn you!
Wow, I'm off this cup, dude. Sorry.
Woo! Woo!
One.
Here's our comeback time. 1-2. Yeah. Both of us are gonna hit it.
I've gone cold. I don't know what's happening.
Front cup.
All right.
Uh-oh.
The dogs think I'm absolutely crazy right now.
Oh my god.
Of course. It's about time they caught on.
Motherfucker.
Oh.
It's all by itself.
One cup, all the pressure. Don't fuck it up. Joe, I'm getting desperate. Joe was making like motions into the camera.
Making motions into the camera. Ah!
What happened?
No.
You know what happened. You know what happened.
All right. I see that sunk cup. And I look at this one now. Oh, right on line. Oh, Oh, jeez, Matt. Oh, jeez.
I would like to say it's only 5:20. Literally, we beat your time that we need to be done by 10 minutes.
By beating you. That's how that worked.
By beating you very quickly.
Do we want to play one bonus round?
Sure. Give it
1v1v1. Everyone gets one ball.
1v1v1v1, one ball per person.
Yes, one ball per person, and no returns when you hit your shot. Like we just keep going around.
Sure.
I have to get a beer for that. Hold on.
I'm okay with this. We can do the carousel.
Might as well. Matt? You determine the order. Who's going first?
Okay, well, so the way I see it is it should go you, Amelia, Joe, me. That's my box. So that's the way it'll go.
All right, I'll start.
Now that I'm telling you that blood orange beer, that's good stuff.
Yo, so I did the key lime today and the vanilla milkshake. Both necessary. They're so good.
Can I have that? Thank you.
Who started it?
Amelia's.
What are you doing to the dog?
I missed.
Oh, okay. Pachulo, now you.
Okay.
Of course he hit. Of course.
Pachulo's the only one to hit one.
All right, I got one. Nice.
Pooch.
Me?
You.
Be left
Oh,
down.
one more ball.
All right.
Everyone tied at one. Every single person at 1 cup.
Got another.
Nope. Pooch.
Oh.
Me and Perri have hit 2. Pulling ahead.
Got one.
You rat bastard.
Pooch.
Nope. That was getting it.
Nope.
Oh. Okay, is that yummy? These dogs right now are like, what the fuck are you doing in our kitchen? Yes.
Oh, come on.
All right, I gotta keep my lead. Yeah. So,
Are you down to 2 or 3, Perri?
10?
Are you down to 2 or 3?
2.
Okay.
I went and I missed.
Eat the chip. Don't catch up, though. Don't catch up. Sunday. And when? I don't know. There's no plan. What I was just say is if you want to come, that's how we'll plan.
Koji?
Okay. You're outside. That's,
Ah, not good.
All right, this could be it. Or you want another turn, actually. Oh, fuck, I just
Nope.
Nope. Not even a little bit.
Oh, God.
Oh, shit. That sounded like someone made something.
I only got 2. So you're still ahead by 1. Me and Pooch got 2.
We don't want to talk about it.
Damn.
You're honestly not that far away.
I messed it up. Messed it up. Blech.
Ugh.
It's your.
Perri, it's on you.
I was reading the comments. All right. Woo! Right here.
Oops.
My phone is what is that shit? It's so freaking close. Ugh. Did someone just hit it?
I appreciate that commiseration.
Oh, I heard it sounded so good.
Oh, that's gone. It's out of here.
That I have to worry about. Ah! Ah! You just hit it?
I hit it.
Boo!
Do we get rebuttals, or because you're later in the rotation, you win?
I'm just gonna say I'm the last one to go in the rotation, so I think that's
For
Perri's made-up game. I think that's game over.
Fine.
Perri, I think you should get a rebuttal shot.
One more. Fucking fingers.
There you go. You hit that one.
Oh, redo it.
No, I feel pretty good about that performance. So that is this week's episode of the Merri Hour. I hope you enjoyed your weekly dose of happy hour nonsense. Big thanks to Amelia and Joe for joining us. Anything else to plug? Do you guys want to plug social media handles or anything?
No, I don't like social media.
I hate social media.
Mine's a pain in the ass, but you can follow me at Browncoat Horror if you can figure out what I just said.
Matt,
Drink this. Blood orange Kolsch. Delicious.
Actually, I do. I need to get that in the beer drop. What do I just at Donatobomb? Follow me on Twitter, and I do a bunch of things, and we have cool stuff. I don't know. Life is good.
I'll just say when you leave this video, go watch the RZA interview and leave nice comments. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.